Welcome back to the Unstoppable Studio. I hope you are stoked to get started with the all-in training program. 30 days. We've got strength, we've got HIIT, we have mobility, we have a little bit of everything. But before you jump in, let's talk about some of the logistics of equipment and the actual calendar. First up, you have your yellow classes, which are your strength days, 50-minute classes, and we are going to be using all of the equipment. Next up, you have your classes in black. Those are going to be your cardio and your HIIT and your core classes, all under 40 minutes of work. And last but certainly not least are your gray classes. Those will be your mobility and yes, rest days where you do absolutely nada or mobility and foam roll. For this training program, specifically the strength classes, we are gonna start including a little bit more equipment than you have seen in the Ashfit Studio before. First up, we've got the Badash bands. So we are going to be using your small mini resistance band. You will have the option to add in the fabric band as well as the long band for resistance training. Any of the movements that we'll be using with bands can be done body weight, or you can substitute with a dumbbell. I will always give you those options during class. Make sure you guys are reading through all of the notes before you jump into class, because I make sure to list out exactly what you'll be needing and the movement patterns we'll be working through. This handy dandy pull-up bar that is new to the Ashfit Studio. No, we are not going to be doing pull-ups, but we are going to be using the bar for resistance band training and holds. So let's jump into that a little bit. When you read through the class description, you'll notice that I started to include high holds, mid holds, and low holds. And this is very specific to how you're going to connect your resistance band. So let's talk through those. High holds. These are going to connect to the top of your pull-up bar. If you don't have a pull-up bar, you can grab a big towel and loop it through your band and hang your towel over a door in your house or in your gym, and you'll be able to close the door and create a little bit of resistance. Mid holds, those are going to be about hip width height. Remember, you do want to be able to get into an athletic stance to do any kind of pulling position. And the last is going to be your low holds. So these will be anywhere between the ankle and the knee. This will be stuff that we'll be working in plank. Maybe we'll be working some legs in low holds. So make sure that before you get started, you have something to connect to. Remember, if you're connecting to a pole or something outside, make sure that it is sturdy and it's not going anywhere. The best way to connect these to any kind of pole is just going to be to hang them over in half. You're going to loop your hand through the middle to grab the opposite band, pull it through, and voila, brand new piece of training equipment. Using a bench, a step, or a box in the strength program, think elevated shoulders for bridge, chest press, overhead pulls. Also be getting on top of that bench for step up and box jumps. But remember, anything that we do with equipment, you will also be able to modify doing on the floor. So make sure you have your dumbbells ready. I always recommend having a heavy and a medium set of weights. If you have an option for light and even heavier, that's the best thing to do. Remember, as you're working out, if you're aiming between 10 to 12 reps, the weight should be heavy enough to make that resistance tough. If you're able to do 15 reps easily, it's time to up the weight. All right, that's the breakdown of the all-in program. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments of this video or head on over to our Ashfit Facebook group. I'm always here. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you crush. I can't wait to see all the sweaty selfies. Go get them.